What's up, guys? It's your girl Kia, and we are about to have a nice little fun chat about Love Island Season 8. And this is not going to be some review of the entire episode. This is just me stating KC is not wrong. KC was not wrong in what happened at all. And even TT, the girl that he picked, was not wrong in her reaction to the girls. Everybody seems to be very selective about their memories of how all of this stuff is happening and what the goal of the show is. And the vitriol that he's getting online, and Trinity calling saying, is this the bad girls club, and all the girls getting up on him on Friday night's episode, it was just ridiculous. So let's have a couple of conversations. Anaya is stuck in respectability politics by picking a black man. I believe that wholeheartedly, 100%. That is why she is so hardcore on staying with KC, and why that should work. Black love, black love, black love. Because to me, and probably, I mean, marketable. Black love is very, very marketable among Black people, even the white people. Having these two people be together and be happy, it is absolutely, marketable, and it works. We're not going to have another Nicolandria, so because that was lightning in a bottle, because these two people actually had some kind of respect and care for each other. So her mindset is, I need to be with KC. They were forced together, and they were just kind of just staying together. I think he genuinely thinks she's a good person. I think he thinks she's pretty. I think all those things, but I don't think he ever actually wanted to be with her. Like I said, I don't think she ever really wanted to be with him. It just works. We're both black. We're both attractive. We're both here. I don't think any of these other people are going to pick either one of us. So we kind of need to stay together to win the game. That's not a connection. That's not love. It's just survival. And that's not this isn't Survivor. This is, you're supposed to find a strong connection that American can root for, and nobody can really root for Anaya and KC, because there's nothing really there. I mean, she had, well, let me go to the next thing. The whole Nicolandria. People, try to put her with one of the bombshells that came in for her, because they're trying to so badly. America wants to recreate that Nicolandria black woman, white man who adores her situation. They're trying to force it with Trinity and Bryce, and that looks like two elementary school classmates hanging out, at somebody's birthday party. They have zero chemistry, zero connection. I think they're trying to recreate that, and it's just going all the way wrong. So they're trying to force it on Anaya and the new guy, Carl. And Carl is I think his name was Carl, is attractive, is handsome. And I think he did actually care about her, but no, she didn't care about him. She did not want to be with him. She did not give him the time of day. It was nothing for her, and it has to work for both people. But like I said, Nicolandry is not going to exist everything. Like, stop trying to make fetch happen. Like, stop trying to make fetch happen. That's what everybody's trying to do by doing this interracial love thing, or placing all these black women with white men. It's just not going to happen again. Like I said, Nicolandria, Nick and Alandria actually respect each other. They like each other. They happened organically. Nick, as we all saw, liked her from the very beginning, had actual passion for her, actually wanted to kiss her outside of a challenge, wanted to be with her. And Nick, Landry just wasn't paying attention to him until she kind of needed to, and then it fell into place where it needs to fall in. The next thing, people trying to compare Taylor from last season to KC. You cannot compare these two people. The reason why you cannot compare these two people is because Taylor actually acted like he didn't like Alandria. Like, again, they were just together because they were forced to be together because of the show. Nobody wanted either one of them, so they were kind of forced to stick together. But he wouldn't even sleep in the same bed with her. He would actually go sleep in soul ties. He was making weird, slick comments. It's he was just with her out of force, but there was no, I respect you, I like you, I appreciate you. KC didn't get that vibe. What KC seemed like is like he liked her and thinks she's pretty. He just wasn't getting anything from her. So there was nothing that could grow. There was no attraction or lust or passion that can grow. Regardless of what people think, you have to have lust and passion for a relationship to go somewhere. It can't just be, We appreciate each other. We value each other. We see each other, meaning, we see each other's souls and we have a lot of things in common. No, there needs to be some kind of passionate desire that needs to be there to move a relationship in the right direction. And it wasn't there for Aniya and KC. Everybody can make up that they saw it or saw flashes of it. We never saw flashes of it. Ever. Like, so, but that's fine. He was actually nice to her. Taylor was, in my opinion, I don't think Taylor was ever really nice to Alandria. And the reason why I don't think that is because he made some kind of slick comment about nobody liking her after they got like separated and after he got with Clark. And I was like, you really just don't like her at all. That's just crazy that you would say something like that to her. So let's get into them going into the whole Casa Amor and everybody getting bombshells in that whole situation. That we can't blame KC for getting away from Aniya because I don't think he ever wanted to hurt her feelings. He never wanted to hurt her feelings, but he probably felt like he was just trapped in the situation. I want to explore with somebody, but I don't want to hurt Aniya's feelings. The same thing with Soul. When Soul came in, I think he wanted to explore Soul and get to know her, but didn't want to hurt Aniya. And also knew that he may not have known this, but the girls all ganged up on him. Who wants all of that drama? Nobody wants all that drama. So now he gets to go into a space where he can be himself and he can get to know other women without actually directly hurting her. They had no idea that that stuff was going to be shown to the girls when they were doing the heart rate challenge or whatever that overly sexualized challenge was. They didn't know that was going to be shown. He actually got to explore more than one people from what it seemed like, because there was like two or three other girls over there that he was talking to, but he liked TT, and that's great. He's supposed to explore. He's supposed to be himself. There's nothing wrong with that. He could have stayed with Aniya because everybody wanted him to be nicer. He didn't want her feelings. They stay together forever. They break up after the show's over. Who wants that? That's not a real relationship. So let's talk about when KC walks in with TT because Aniya decided not to choose Carl, so she decided to stay loyal to KC, which was dumb. It was dumb. We all agreed that that was very, very dumb. She owes no loyalty to KC. She only really needed to be loyal to herself and do something for herself. If she found a man who was literally treating her better than KC, she should have stuck with it. Again, I feel like she was trying to do the respectability politics and be the good girl, sticking, strong black man, black love, and that is not where it was at. He found somebody black, which is at least there's that. But everybody is saying how Titi came in hot, where she was talking back to the girls and kind of defending KC. There's a reason why that. And again, people are having selective memories because both the girl that got with what is his name, Corbin, and the girl that got with KC both had a little bit of fire pushback for the girls in the villa. There's a reason behind that. Does anybody remember 2 episodes ago where the other girls in Casa are sitting there on the couch and they can hear the other girls from the villa yelling and cussing at them, saying, F you, F those girls. Does anybody remember that? So those girls in Casa heard that and were like, what is going on? Why are they acting like that? That's crazy. So because of that screaming, those girls already had their guard up and were going to be like, y'all not going to punk me. Y'all not going to punk us. Because Corbin's girl had pushback too. And that's the same thing that TT was doing for KC. Y'all are not going to punk me. Y'all are not going to make me feel bad. Y'all are not going to try to run roughshod over me. I'm not having it. So I don't think she was necessarily defending KC in the situation. I think she was sticking up for herself. The second part of this is nobody let KC actually explain why he did what he did. He was trying to, but every time he said something, the girls would all start talking and ganging up on him. It had nothing to do with any of those hoes. It had only thing to do with Aniya and KC. And I think if they had the ability to have a conversation, she might have been able to hear him out because it looked like to me he wasn't intentionally trying to hurt her and that he was sorry that she got hurt. Even TT was like, it sucks that everybody's hurt, but that's kind of how the game goes. And I'm sorry for that, but I want to be happy and he deserves to be happy. And as soon as the girls kind of heard that, we want to be happy, this is for me, now all of a sudden it's an uproar where everybody is ganging up on KC. And listen, to the other men in the villa who didn't say anything on his behalf and kind of just sat there while your girls just threw vitriol at him, y'all aren't his friends. Real friends would have been like, yo, ladies, first of all, my husband would have been like, sit back, stop. You just need to sit back and stop. That this is too much. Let them handle it. Don't say anything. And I know, like, okay, cool. I'm not going to say anything. I'll go off on him later, but I'm not going to say anything in this moment. So when TT starts defending him, which again made sense to me, Trinity is now, coming back her and they're both going at it. But then Trinity had to say, is this bad girls club? Like, no. But you guys' behavior was insane. From cussing at those girls over a long way away to also you guys now ganging up on this man because he made a decision in a competition where you're supposed to be exploring to find the right connection for you. Everybody being so closed off this early on, because I don't think on the other seasons, nobody really on last season, nobody got closed off until like week 8. We're in week 3, and the girls making comments like, well, why are you defending him? You really going hard for a man you've known for 3 days. Y'all have known him. Nia knew him for 3 weeks and hadn't really been physical with him at all. There was no connection. She just didn't want to get kicked off the show. And maybe that's the fear Nia had. I don't want to get kicked off the show. It has nothing to do with him liking me or me liking him. I just don't want to get put out the show because no one else likes me. And people can drop that in my comments and call me a pick me, pick me, pick me, but you also have to actually watch the show. Look at Sincere. Sincere is scared of Melanie. He's scared of what's going to happen if he chooses somebody else. He out here lying to these other girls on the show. He lied to Soul. He lied to Amora because he wanted to get what he wanted to get. He wanted to have a little bit of fun. And when, even if those connections were better or more vibey, he was still like, I don't want to, I want Melanie. I don't think he really likes Melanie like that. I just think he doesn't want the drama of bringing somebody back. Like that would have been a nightmare if he would have got with Soul. It would have been a nightmare if he would have got with Amora. Because think about it. Now we have 3 men in the villa who have chosen other women over the girls that they were in the original connection with. It would have been a nightmare if that would have happened. And I think he got that and just decided not to do it. It wasn't worth it. It was not worth it. So again, those are all of my reasons why I don't think Casey is wrong. I think he was right that I am not making this choice for her. I am making this choice for me because that is the show. The show is about you making connections for you, not what looks good to America and not what looks good to the person you had the original connection with. Because what happens is, what I've noticed is that when you are in a connection that is real, even if America doesn't like it at first, if you're in a connection that real people, America will like it over time. And they will get voted for based off it being real and people just liking their connection. Like nobody's gonna like Kenzie's connection, no matter who she's with. Nobody's gonna like Corbin's connection, no matter who he's with. Nobody was gonna like Gabe's connection, no matter who he's with. But other people have the opportunity to grow into something and go into liking them, maybe, possibly, but we'll definitely have to see. So those are my thoughts. Drop in my comments. Let me know what you think about it. I really don't think Casey is wrong. I don't think TT was wrong for defending him. I think the girls were ganging up for no reason. I don't think a lot of people just don't really like this season. It's not really fun. It's not really vibey. It's just kind of pathetic. You're watching a bunch of pathetic girls go after men who don't want them and men who are stuck in situations because they don't want drama. Who wants to watch that? Drop in my comments and let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.